right, there we go. We are live. We are back with more Legacy Showdown Call of Duty. It is OMiT Brooklyn versus Boston Brigade to kick us off tonight. If you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Charlie Tantrums Brandon, and I'm here with the Legacy Showdown, getting this one going. We just wrapped up our big tournament. Of course, the winners of that one going to be the High Treason, but we got two different teams here, and it's already OMiT off to a 20-point lead after that P2. We go to the P3 now. They have the rotations as well. Bumanka off to a big start at 8-2, and with 50 seconds to fill as well. Go back to be able to find some good timing here. Able to find one. Will he be able to slide? Will he be able to glide? Will he be able to pick up two? No, he will not, as he gets shut down in the meantime. Bumanka's still covering it down. He's killing everything. 7 spree, 13 combined from the side of OMiT. And Boston Brigade, you've got a lot of work to do here. You get a good pinch coming through the middle of the map, though. You're trying to maybe get some timings here to push on in, but the middle of the map's going to get taken out. The person coming through the back going to get taken out as well. Last one up, last one down as well. Kofax for the big cleanup. And now, Boston Brigade, you have had a very slow start to this one. And now you have to focus on the rotations here for P4, as that can be a big swing hill. Somebody in a kill Bumanka eventually gets taken out after he gets on the merciless spree. So Bumanka doing some big things on the map. But look at Brigade now. They find some timing. They find a few kills. Ski Mask going to turn and around. Going to find a kill through the middle of the map. It's going to be a GOAT. The rotations have already been obtained by OMiT Brooklyn. Player flying from the sky. That's going to be Kofax with Steez as well. Actually, that is Kofax. 2 dead in the feed. If you're 6, you kind of got to go with this. I mean, you really can't play around too much with this time. I mean, they've built up a big chunk of a lead here. And sure, you get great scrap time off that P3. But Bumanka, full streaks as well. Hellstorm missile to use in case they get in a bad scenario going to P5. A Stylisher breaking it on in with a big 2-piece. However, it's a 3-for-1. OMiT starting to win the trades. Free firing around the corner is going to be Element. He's able to pick up a big kill, though. So, slowly getting their way back into this game. They need all of the scrap time. Does 8 know? Does he know? No, he's not going to check it, so Kofax going to get a free kill there. Just going down to the hard point, trying his crazy wall bounces, but not going to be able to work in his favor. You got Bumanka coming down. Oh my gosh, absolute snap the skull. You have been pierced. It has been dead. Gone, as he doesn't even kill him with the gunny this time. It's the stun, as he is hitting the stone cold stunner on the side of Boston Brigade. They're just absolutely getting ran right now. But it's not even that big of a lead, you know. 111-71, just about a 40-point lead. You find a few kills, you start to find some momentum, you can get yourself back into the game. You find one kill in the middle of the map, or I thought you would have, but you get taken out by Kofax. That player going to sneak on through L. That is going to be Ago. Ago able to find one. Will he be able to find 2 with the pistol? No, he will not. However, they clean it on up now. You need all of the scrap time here, and that's been the biggest thing for Boston so far. I will say they have, you know, played a big role in getting the scrap time opportunities, and they're doing a wonderful job at that, as we don't have that sliding door off, so some players are not locked into the map and not locked into the rules, but I'm just here to be funny. I'm here to make some funny comms, you know. You can take it the way you want to hear it, but shots on up top. That's going to be Stylisher. Not going to be able to pick that one up. He jumps on through. Bumanka going to get taken out as well. Player jumps on up. That's going to be 4. That's going to be C's. Trying to contest this time. Hold on just a minute now. Boston have had a great run here, so they're right back into this game now. And the player starting to heat up for him is Element. Stylisher. Stylish. Sorry, that's Switch. Flipping the switch now on a 2-spree. Boston Brigade, they really have flipped the switch here as he finds another kill. No, he does not, so he's going to get out for just the moment, but the rotations early are going to be secured from OMiT Brooklyn. You have somebody covering their backside, their back solar. You have a player on the hard point here. Will he make this read on a Kofax? Believe not so. Yes, so the back shot's going to come on in. These players haven't even recognized each other just yet. Ski Mask should get taken on out. Almost wins that gunfight, but not going to be able to come away with that one. He's going to apply some pressure as well. A Hellstorm missile comes on in for Bumaka. I believe he's able to find one. He's able to find two there. You apply some pressure toward this alley, but it doesn't work out in your favor. Now, middle of the map, you're trying to apply pressure. You're just trying to make sure OMiT does not extend this lead again. Another kill out of Switch, and nades back and forth, taking out enemies and teammates. It is not enough. And OMiT Brooklyn starting to clean it up now. That's 3 dead. Last player toward the point is going to be Ago, and now you gotta rotate here. You gotta rotate to the middle of the map. You gotta find some kills. You almost make some magic happen, but it doesn't work out in your favor. And OMiT Brooklyn got themselves up to a 30-point lead again, and the rotations for P3, which can be a big swing hill on this map. Get them over the 200-point mark if they do hold it down to perfection here. But yep, Steve's gonna be the man. Watching the flank. Stun's going to connect, so they know this player's going to be here. Able to spot him on out now. The spawns do flip. Sometimes it's just personal preference, how you want to play it. Kovacs going to get taken out. Bumaka going to get it taken out. Last one up. However, right to the front's going to be C's, and Stylisher and Switch doing their thing. Or more, I should say, it's just Switch, because Codcaster. It's 2026, and we're still broken. So you're messing up my comms here. However, Kovacs is spray and a pray, able to find one, trying to float on into the front, but Switch, or sorry, that's OMiT. OMiT going big with a big 5. The spawns are going to flip, so Boston, hold on a minute now. Hold on just a second. They could tie the game here, and it looks like they're going to do just that, as Bumaka is going to opt to hit the rotation. Go over to Stylisher's POV. Just the COD timing is just absolutely crazy. Jumps right on top of a player. Doesn't even know. Almost lines up for Kovacs for a big 3-piece. Switch going to get taken out now, so you're applying some pressure through this right side, through their solar. The player just jumps right on up. Able to put the shots on in. Picks up one. Will be able to pick up two. No, Elmet going to get taken out in the meantime. Trying to push to the back is going to be Switch here. Able to pick up a big kill with the nade. Will he jump up top? This spot ski mask is the question. And oh no! That's a nade. It's a beautiful nade. I just don't know if that came from a teammate or not. Didn't tell who it was, but you're so close. You have a tie game at one point, and then you're right back down 30, 40 points again. Switch able to break on him. Will he be able to find one? Yes, he does. Will he be able to find two? Yes, teammate's going to be able to clean it up as well. So again, this is where Boston have been succeeding on. This has been their one positive in the game. They have been getting all of the scrap time, and it's been helping them. It's been keeping them in this game so far. Will you be able to pick up that kill on Kovacs? No, you do not. I have to say this. I mean, Boston's they gotta get more mid-map control here on this P5 if they're gonna be able to get themselves right back into the game like they did. Big 2 dead. Will he be able to take out Ski Mask? Gonna be weak though. Trying to apply some pressure here. That's what I'm saying. You get the kills, but you have to make sure you're having that mid-map control, as mid-map is the way to break onto this hard point. Helps your teammates go up through the alley. Creates a lot of divergence, but Ago can be able to spot him on out. Able to pick up one. Will he be able to pick up two on the Kovacs? And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have ourselves a ball game here for our map 1. As once a blowout, as once the belt was coming out, and now it's a breathtaking type of series as each team back and forth action here. However, OMiT Brooklyn going to be the first team over the 200-point mark, getting closer and closer to that 250 threshold. The Boston Brigade right behind them now at 197. You got to win that gunfight. You win it. Stylisher goes huge. Has to stay alive, though. As a player is coming to spot him on out. He's able to slide. He's able to glide. He's able to fry. But oh no, it's a team kill. And it's a double kill as he takes out his teammates as well. And that could have bit them in the ass here. And that might be the reason why they lose this game. However, OMiT is in a different type of element right now. Able to stay alive, but back shots come on in from both top areas. It's top ring. It's top third. It's everywhere on the map right now. Ski Mask's gonna get taken out as well. But another player gets taken out. Nobody's really had control of this time just yet. It's been about 5 or 2 points on the team for each side. It's now 30 seconds have gone through P1. The Boston Brigade are holding it. They are holding it. They're trying to get back on through. Pre-fire comes on up, but nothing's going to get spotted on now. Runs out of ammo, but now you have to prioritize these rotations. As Ago going to be the first one here. This is going to be a big win onto Kovacs if you're able to close it on out, though. The support coming on in from OMiT Brooklyn to turn, a burn, and a snap, and the pressure now applying through the mid-cut side. OMiT Brooklyn, you have to go. You have got to make something happen here. A pinch comes on in. The spawns do flip. Mid-cut is going to be Kovacs. Can you find? You find one. You find two. Will you be able to find three? No, you do not. Helmet staying alive, and hold on a minute now. If you hold the contest here, you have the Hellstorm missile. You might be able to get them off the hard point. Help your team get some teams a little bit of a fresh reset. But Kofax says, screw the Hellstorm missile. I'll just take out my own team myself. Boston Brigade now can win it here off this hard point if they hold it to perfection. My God, it's been a few weeks since I've casted, so apologize for the stuttering. Apologize for the tongue-tied. But this game is just that back and forth. It is neck and neck. I can't stop yapping because it is so crazy. Ski Mask able to pick up one, and they're not going to be able to win it off this one. So Boston Brigade have the rotations as well. They have the Hellstorm missile to use. And quite honestly, you got to get Elmet some help here as a full flank is coming on through. A-bomb hop up. Pressure is going to get applied through this L side. You have got to be ready. You have got to be ready to read this right off the rip. Will you be able to do so? No, you're able to pick up one. You got to stay alive here. You pick up two. It's huge from Elmet, and now he has the support. 6 seconds only needed to win it here to steal the map one from OMiT Brooklyn. Nades back and forth, Simtex frag. There it is, though. It's Elmet able to find one. Teammate finds one as well. They clean it on up. 6 seconds left. They spawn out as well. A-Goat cleaning up the middle of the map. And that's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is going to be Boston Brigade stealing your map one. Wow, what a map. From one time we had, I would say, a blowout type of map one. OMiT Brooklyn was just absolutely putting it to them. But Boston Brigade, they stayed strong. And the big thing that helps them in that game is getting all that scrap time. And I will preach it and say it again. Scrap time does matter. That 16, that 20 seconds can change the game. And it definitely does right there. You go ahead and take a look at the stat line as well. 2 players in the 4,000 damage department from OMiT Brooklyn. 4,800 damage from Switch. Absolutely flipped the switch in that second half of the game. They got right back into it, and now they are up 1-0 in the series, 2 maps away from closing it on out. And I don't even know what the map sets are, so when you find out, I'm gonna find out as well. But hey, you know, we hopped into the stream pretty quick. We hopped into everything, I would say, kind of fast-paced. You know, it's been a hectic Monday so far for everybody here at the Legacy Showdown. You know, your boy's unemployed. He's trying to look for a job here. Hell, you bring up the DoorDash meme, but your boy's going to be dashing tomorrow. So, hey, it's going to be a new career for me. But you take a look at this map, too, now. You know, OMiT Brooklyn, they're a little bit pissed off, I'm sure. You know, they're like, dang, you know, we should have won that map one. We were right there, neck and neck all game. We were absolutely blowing them out in the first half. And honestly, quite vibes it kind of gave me was that Toronto Ultra versus Toronto Koi versus the Carolina Royal Ravens the other day, where Kleenex just starts 11-2. You know, you had one player from the side of OMiT Brooklyn that was absolutely going off. And I believe that was Bumanka who was doing his thing, but eventually you get slowed down. Eventually you lose your pace. Boston Brigade starts to pick up on a few things. They start to cook. They start to make the comeback happen, and it was a miraculous one. It was like an exciting one as well. And if you're Boston, you got to be feeling good going into that map too. You know, you're feeling very confident. You're like, hey, this OMiT Brooklyn team, this is a very heavy hitter team. You know, this was a team that placed top 4 in the major tournament here for Legacy Showdown. But hey, we're proving for a reason why we're coming out in this next season when they're absolutely shooting. So Boston Brigade's still a nice map one. OMiT Brooklyn, though, I think they come out in this next map, too, a little bit pissed off. I think they absolutely show up. I mean, this is one of the best search teams, in my opinion, in the Legacy Showdown, for sure. So I have to give it to OMiT Brooklyn in this next map, too. But going into map 3, that could be a toss-up either way. So, but anyway, before we get into this next match, let me find out what the next map is going to be. And as well, let me send you guys to a quick intermission. We'll be back here in just a moment. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for some more Legacy Showdown action here. It is map 2 of this Boston versus OMiT series. And if you weren't here for map 1, and an exciting one for sure, as Boston stole it from OMiT. Once OMiT was up, I believe, 100 points. And Boston stays strong. They take map 1. It's now a 2v3 for Boston. They were once down on the numbers here. Could this be another type of comeback, but in a round situation here for the first round. Hold on, though. Switch does find some timing. Gonna get taken out by this player in the backside here. Does Bumanka know, though? This player is chasing. Turns, and a Burns almost rips him, though. Element now. 1v1, 12 seconds left. You got to put that bomb somewhere. You got to get it down. I believe this is going to be Siege just playing for the plant. Gonna check. Gonna find him as well. And that's going to be round 1. OMiT Brooklyn. Take your opening round on the defense. And I didn't really look at the highlights too much, you know, just making sure everything's good over here. Making sure everything's up to par with production. But yeah, this was a good round. It was a great round. But now Boston going to be on the defense here. Let's see if they can bounce back here. Let's see if they can tie this one up. You know, even before this, too, though, I did say OMiT Brooklyn, I think, was going to tie this series up. So I think they'll do just that. I mean, like I said, one of the best search teams in the game for Legacy Showdown. They already find first blood as well. Going to try to prioritize that. Stylish are somehow staying up, swooping, moving, and shooting. However, going to get taken out by Bumanka. This player's going to be in the backside. That's going to be Ego. Does he know Element's flanking? No, he gets out. That bomb has went down. And 15 seconds go by. And no moves have been made just yet. But I like this from Bumanka. He's just going on the long pinch here. So going to be able to set up Kofax for some success, but it does not even matter as Ego does get taken out. 12 seconds on the clock now. You're not going to have enough time to do this. Bumanka going to hit the wiggle window. And that's going to be 2 rounds to 0. OMiT Brooklyn. Looking good so far. One thing we saw from OMiT Brooklyn map 1. They had a big lead and they did choke. So let's hope they don't do that in the search here. Let's hope they can just stay composed and keep going here. But remember, this Boston team is streaky. Streaky on the map. 1 second they're down and they're getting wiped, and the next second they're the best. And they're just doing it all. That didn't make sense. Three players here now approaching. Sun's going to be able to hit Bumanka. Question is, just holds this iron here. Pops on up, sees the nade fly on by, but it's an instant trade immediately. Kofax running for his life, trying to get on out. Element now ties it up, evens it out to a 2v2. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ego has just got all this information, though. Gonna get taken out, though. The Ski Master player evens it out now to a 1v1. Both of these players don't have a read on each other. Ego might have a position. He might be able to win it, and yes, he does. Boston put their first round on the board. It's a big 1v2 from the man, Ego. It's a big round out of him. It's a big round for Boston. You don't want to let OMiT Brooklyn, especially this powerhouse of a team, go up 3-0 in a series. Brooklyn trying to put this bomb down. Stylish are going to find first blood. Instant trade by Kofax. And Steve sliding through L, trying to pick up this next one. Evens it out to a 2v2, but I believe Element knows where he went. Reload comes on in. Might hurt him now. Wonka, the 1v2. If it's the player to do it, it's the man that's 6-2 right now. Able to find the first one. Not going to be able to get out with his life. That's a quick 2 rounds out of Boston. Now we're tied up. Boom, 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 boom. this here. I like this from OMiT. They're just going to move to this right side, pace on through, but I believe Boston have made the read. Oh, no. Hot timing does come on through. He's not going to read this play. Well, maybe. Maybe he does, and now the player has been spotted. But to pick up one is going to be Steez. Ego evens it out now to a 3v3. Take a look at the map here. Steez went back to the middle now. 3v2 numbers advantage do favor Boston now. And yes, smart play here. You're just going to play together. You're just going to wrap this B site. Going to have control. Going to put it down. And now if you're OMiT, you have to play the retake. Hold on those things. Some timing here. Hits the hop up. Not going to be able to take off the defender. But the bomb plant does stop. So has bot Ski Mask enough time here to approach the site. However, timing comes on through. Now going to be able to get over the wall, but the info has been gathered. Boston do know where he is. Down to 35 health as well. Able to find one. Will he read this player in the backside? No, he will not. Hold on a minute, though. Somehow doesn't finish the kill. And this could get a little bit scary here. However, Ego does finish what he started. And now it's 3-2 Boston. 3 rounds in a row. So hold on a minute. They're saying tantrums. You know, you start yapping about OMiT. You start talking about how good they are. And that's when we start shooting. It's Ego up to 7-2. Having a great map too so far. Leading the way for the boys at Boston. Though nades come on through. Nades are a flying, guns are a shooting. And now with Ski Mask in the 1v3. And hasn't even moved toward the map as well. Does he read this player bottom ring? Instant trade should come on through. Yep, Switch puts the shots in. And that's another round down. Boston, 4 rounds in a row. If you're OMiT here, you got to be careful. You might go down 2-0 in the series potentially. So you got to play some good defense here. You can't let them get control of this mid-cut. Bumalka going to have an engagement going down toward that B side, but they just pressure right up through P3. You got 2 players sitting P5, one in the top crate and one just sitting in dirt. And now you're going to be in a number differential here. And now it's Steez on the 1v4. Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Oh, Element is going to turn, though. This player should be able to trade him on out. Yes, he does. And Boston up 5-2. 2-5 curse? Maybe could happen. Takes him out right before he gets around the corner. Going to be able to hit the bounce, though. Stylisher with a big 2. Stylisher with a big 3. Not going to let him get the ace, though. And oh my gosh. You let the tension build. You let the silence sink in. You let Stylisher do his thing. Picks up a triple for the winning round. 8-5, 9-3. So the duo getting the job done. And who would have thought, chat? I mean, who would have thought? It's Boston up 2-0 now. One map away from closing this one out. And again, I still don't have that map set for you, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what next map is. But I can tell you the next mode. I believe it's going to be an overload. So, I think this next series will be close. I mean, OMiT, I said they were a great search and destroy team. I thought they were the best search and destroy team in the Legacy Showdown, but boy, was I wrong. As Boston comes out swinging, they say, "Hey, it's a new week. You know, it's a new day, and it's a new team. That's for damn sure. As they're playing out of their mind right now. I mean, it's two different scenarios where you go down in the hard point, you go down in the search, and you just absolutely dominate. So now going into this overload, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to tip my hat to Boston, I feel like. I feel like they might 3-0 the series. I feel like they're shooting right now. I feel like their team play, I feel like their chemistry is really good. They're really banging out stuff together, and you notice it in the search and destroy. You know, there's 3 players. They go right through P3. I mean, just absolutely isolate the player up top, and then they're able to pressure through the backside. And it's not just a one chow out the back. It's 3 people chowing. So immediately that opens up the B site. You're able to get on in there, and sure, you get blooded, but your teammate's there for the instant trade. So it's their positioning. It's playing as a team. It's just great from Boston so far. This team looks really good. I think they get the 3-0 here. I think they get the 3-0 for sure. Ah, man. Well, chat, what do we think? Do we think OMiT tie? Do we think they win the next 2 maps? Tie the series up? Take us to a game 5? Or do we think this one's over? Do we think Brigade gets the 3-0? I don't know. I predicted one thing and I was wrong. I predicted another and I was wrong. I predicted a Brigade 3-0, so if you're on Brigade, good luck. I might have just cursed you. Gotta love that caster curse. Am I right? Hey, before we hop into map 3, I'm gonna send you guys to a quick intermission, and I'll be back here in just a moment. And would you look at that? We have started map 3. It is underway. Bumanka finding some kills in the feed. However, Switch responds of his own with a big triple. And now has the EMP working toward that plane side. Trying to work it toward A. That is that most favorite zone. If you are going toward blue. However, Stylish are able to find 2 as well. And Boston Brigade looking to put the first points on the board. The wall bounce might have screwed him, but no, it does not. The slam dunk comes on through. And it's Stylisher. Off to a 5-1 start. Boston already up 1-0. You have a player in your top blue as well, running it down, able to spot another one. This guy cannot be stopped. He's able to turn, he's able to burn, he's able to rip another one, and oh my gosh! Somebody trade this guy. Somebody take him on out. Oh my, I can't even make words. It's that unbelievable. But Koufax able to respond with a big 3 of his own. But the damage has been done. It is 2-0 already for Boston Brigade. Holy shit. However, approaching is OMiT Brooklyn. But it's a great defense. It's a great hold from the boys at Boston. Let me go ahead and note that. 0-4. But his team's up 2-0. Able to find a first kill as well. Off the donut to the breadstick. Koufax just goes right on up the wood for 3. He's able to spot 1. He's able to spot 2. He takes out the EMP player. Reset may come on through. Trying to apply pressure. Trying to get some positioning here. You got to win that gunfight. You do. You got to stay alive. Throw a stun. Do something. Slides on the A-goat. Not going to be able to pick it on up. So it's a great hold again from Boston. However they get this info, this player's going to be top green. Starting to run it down now. You got a player mid-cut able to pick up 1, and oh my, the damage has been done. The double kill is on through. The pistol shots are going. Team kills everywhere in this lobby. Let me switch to 7. You got to win that on the Bumanka. You do. You're trying to run it. You're trying to get it on through. I don't think you will, but yes, you do. 3-0 in the game, and potentially could be a 3-0 in the series. That's another 3 dead. Last one up's going to be 2. You spawn toward B side. The A side's wide open now. You might swing this thing plain. You might be able to find some success here. As the only player here now for OMiT's going to be 3. Going to be 2. Kofak's trying to shut down this front pressure here. However, it is too much to handle. OMiT and Ago doing their thing. Shots coming on through. The spawns have been reset, but you have to grab this EMP. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't think it's going to matter here. I believe we're going halftime. No, it stopped. OMiT Brooklyn somehow, some way, keep it alive for just a little bit longer. Maybe an opportunity for him to get one on the board. You got to translate defense to offense, though. Before I can even switch to the POV of Kofax, he is absolutely taken on out. Wallbank's coming on through, too. There's nothing you can do through market. They have it contained. Both angles, entrance and outside. Boomaka trying to make some plays happen here. Whoa, stop, drop, and a roll. Now you're going to go through their base. You got to get one at least. You got to get one at least. Yep, Boomaka does just that. However, he has been spotted on out. That power position has been taken out now. And now you have to bang right through the front. Kofak's able to find one. Immediate trade comes on in. Ski Mask doing all he can do. But he is just absolutely surrounded by a barrage of the Brigade. Detonate comes on through now. And hold on. Hellstorm Missile going to get used by Stylisher. They're wanting to punch one more in. They're wanting to do just that as he's able to take out Steve. Another one dead as well. Going to be able to hold this down. Will he be able to put enough smoke? Will he be able to put up enough damage to the player through the window? No. The reset has come on through. The defense is now there from OMiT Brooklyn. 30 seconds added to the clock now. Switch is able to find one. He's worked his way top. Oh, he gets a great angle on the Kofax. He's got to hit the shot, so he's able to find one. Pushing out to this back blue side, and this might have just set up a goal. Did they get it is the question. I wasn't able to tell. Okay, they did not. I couldn't wait for the suspense. I couldn't wait for the score. But Boston come out swinging 3-0 now. This was a beautiful double kill. Or, sorry, a triple kill. Will it be the overkill? Yes, it is. It's a 4-piece from Ago. Wasn't able to take out the other player. Man, oh man. I mean, if you're Brigade, this is the best start you could have asked for. This is definitely the best start you could have asked for. But now you're going to be on good side. Might have just slid right under Boomaka. No, Boomaka not going to read this at all. So that's going to be 3 dead immediately. Last player up to the middle of the map, going to be closest to the EMP. Shots are going to be coming on through. They know exactly where these players are at now. Spawning A, spawning B. Trying to jump on up. Boomaka has been taken out now. You have lines of defense everywhere. You got to get your EMP player some help. He's got to win that. Doesn't, though. Holy. So hold on a minute now. OMiT Brooklyn starting to find some success here. Here comes the play. Here comes the push. And there it is. Their first one on the board. Welcome on finding timing here. Able to put some shots on in. You got to win this gunfight. You have to win this gunfight here. If you are Ski Mask, and you do, you turn and you burn right off the wall. Will you be able to pick up the next player on the A-Goat? The trade should come on through. Yes, it does, but you already have 3 players lined up through this A side. Switch able to find one. Not able to find 2. Boomaka going to get taken out as well. So the Brigade have gathered the EMP. Starting to work their way on through. 3 dead in the feed now. Closest player is going to be top green. You have a player toward that back red side as well. Wallbang comes on through. Alma just going to lay on his back and say, hold on a minute. Play my life. Got to wait for my teammates to do something. However, Stylisher go right on up through the front side. He's so close to killing him. Ski Mask going to be able to clean it up now. And here it comes from defense to offense as they are moving this thing. And Boston Brigade have barely even responded. If he gets around the corner, this one should be a goal. And it is for Boston. Now only up 3-2. OMiT Brooklyn have climbed their way back onto it and switch. Oh my gosh, the crazy COD timing. Those two players go right over him. He has no idea. So now has to clean up these players in the back spawn. Gets pinched as well. And you have a player applying pressure toward this front blue side. It's going to be Steez. Staying alive. Waiting where these players are at. You have to take out 8. You do. Spot this player top blue. But it's not enough now. You have got to win this gunfight if you are Ski Mask. You have got just to stay alive at this point long enough to cause a diversion. Stylisher doing his thing best. Silent on him. But it's not enough. 2 for 1 though. Hold on a minute. Back and forth trade. You're trying to get some kills with the sub. Will you be able to stay up? 37 HP. And they're all stacking this red side. They're all stacking near this zone. There you go with the big 2. He's taking her out. He's just going to play his life for a moment. 2 dead. Yep, that's exactly what you do. You jump top green. You should be able to finish a player. You don't, but you go ahead and get these back spawns. You go ahead and control the players back here. The player not going to be near for Boston, near the EMP now. Oh, pulls out the knife, tries to get a little fancy. OMiT Brooklyn knocking on the door, trying to tie this one up. Kovacs just trying to stay alive, but it's not enough. A minute left. OMiT Brooklyn, are you going to make the 0-2 comeback? Are you going to make this thing happen? Or are you going down in 3-0 fashion? You have just about 50 seconds to get this thing going and maybe spark something you have. Gonna get taken out top as well. Last one up, last one down. Closest player is gonna be 4, and you've already got enough pressure toward this front side. You might get the cap here to extend this lead and also call game and call the series. EMP player is gonna drop as well, but 7 goes for the flank, puts the shots on him with a pistol turn and the burn, and oh my gosh, we're right there to go line, but Kovacs with a huge nade. That's crazy. And now here comes OMiT Brooklyn. Back on the offense. Player lined up to the middle of the map is going to be Ski Mask. Will he be able to kill this player? No, he does not hit the shot. But the pressure has been applied through the blue side. You've got to stay up. You have got to grab this thing. You thought you had it. And now you're going to get 2-piece as OMiT is going to call game. He's going to call the series as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's our first series in the night, chat. That's the first one of the night, so 3-0. It's a 3-0 from Boston, and I'm not going to lie to you, I definitely did not expect that at all. So great teamwork out of Boston there. They take the first series back of the Legacy Showdown. This is week, I believe. I don't even know what week we're at. I can just tell you we're day 1, though. Today's Monday. So, hey, Boston played great in that series, you know. You know, the difference from that game 3 from the map 1 and 2 is that you get off of the big lead. You don't really start off slow. They start off fast. They start doing their thing. They almost sent us to halftime with that 4 goals. But OMiT Brooklyn, they were making something happen. I thought for a moment they were going to make something happen there. Unfortunately, you think you pick up the EMP. You don't. You both bounce back on it. And it's OMiT able to pick up the double kill. That calls game. And Boston Brigade now 3-0. And to this new whatever we have going on, 1-0. So, great start from Boston. Can't wait to cast them even more in the future. GG's to OMiT Brooklyn. It's a great series, though. As close as it was. Even in the series, you know, the series chart, it looks bad. It looks like a blowout, but in the game scores, it doesn't. So, GG's to everybody. But hey, in the meantime, I'm going to get you guys ready for match 2. I'm going to send you to a quick intermission, and we'll be back here in just a moment.